Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Om Bhavatapa Pranashinne, Ananda Ghanamurtaye, Jnana Bhakti Pradayine, Matastubhyam Namo Namaha. Jai Ma. Yes. See, I get people who say we are very unhappy. I was talking about happiness in the last episode, so I'm continuing with that. They have financial problems, they are unhappy, they have issues in the house, relationship problem, all the way through. Okay? Now, simple basic thing people do not understand. They say we don't have money, we don't have this, we have a problem. How do we get money? How do we earn? How do we do financial things? And then when I advise them that pray to Ma, they will pray because they want something. Okay? Something's gone in my eye. Yeah, sorry. It's not a business. When you pray to Ma, it's not a business deal. Do you love Bhagwan or you don't? They say we really don't know. Okay. Do you love your parents? Somebody asked me this question. How do we love Bhagwan? I said, has anybody taught you how to love your parents? Has anybody taught you how to love your mother? Were you taught that in school by your parents? No? It automatically happens, right? Similarly, you have to sit down and just go on praying and realize within yourself that this is the one who has created you. This is not your biological mother. This is the one who is your eternal mother, not just in this lifetime. In this lifetime, your parents are your biological parents. In the past life, there was somebody else, and in the past, there was somebody else, and in the past, there was somebody else. I'm saying all this with experience. I'm not talking just like that. And that experience, I don't know whether I should share with you people, maybe in a later video. Because I don't know how you people will react to it. But it is true. So you write in the comment box and tell me whether you want to hear something that has happened in my life. Okay? And then I will talk about it, maybe in some other video. But just now we are talking about this, about happiness. Happiness does not come from worldly things. We have a body, hamara sharir hai. It is a karma body, right? So we have come here to perform our duties or whatever we need to do and exhaust them. What happens in the process is we get attached to everything. This is my family, these are my children, my neighbor is not my family. So we are not attached. This one is related to me and that one is this, okay? So that attachment itself is a major hindrance. It adds on. It adds on to so many karmas and it adds on to so many things. Attachment, bondage is something that you'll have to come back for. So what Bhagwan is constantly trying to tell you, give up everything, give up the attachments. By giving up, it does not mean that you'll give up your life and you'll give up, the body is still there. You'll have to perform, but without attachment. And when you perform without attachment, with detachment, you perform better. You get a lot of compassion for people. And because what happens is, with involvement in anything, you get emotionally swayed away. And but the moment you are detached, you will do the same duty but with more precision. You will do the same duty with more energy, more everything. Emotions just completely drains you out. Now how does that happen? Because there is nothing like happiness, unhappiness. We have to rise above all this. It happens only with sadhana. It happens only by taking the name of the Lord. Now people ask me that also. हम ऐसा करेंगे तो सब कुछ छूट जाएगा. Everything will go away from us. Our family will be gone. Everything will be gone. We don't want to become sadhus. Excuse me. Everybody does not become a sadhu. right? If you're very fortunate, you will. But to realize that, maybe it'll be some other day. When Bhagwan takes over your job, okay, when you are completely surrendered to Bhagwan, whoever it is, I'm saying Ma because Ma is everything. Now, if you believe in somebody else, that's also fine, okay? So when you surrender, what happens? He or she takes over your duties because he or she realizes that this person is totally dependent, and this person has told me that I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to perform my duties and you give me whatever you want to give me. Now people say we are householders. Okay, fine. Ma has said that also. That if you're a householder does not mean you can't do sadhana. And if you don't have time to sit for 10 minutes and 15 minutes and even that much you can't sit and do your japa or whatever you're doing, that's also okay. Whoever the members of your family, you have to consider now, supposing you have a husband, you have to say this is Shiva in the form of my husband. If you have a little child in the house, Ma has said that is your Gauri who has arrived in your house. If you have a son, Ma has said you have to treat him like Gopalji. Now, if that bhav comes in your actions, okay, if that bhav comes and settles within you, you will see all of them, yes, as your husband, child, whatever, etc., etc. But simultaneously, that bhav is there that these are the swarups, these are the forms of that Almighty who have come to my house and I'm giving them seva. So that becomes your sadhana. Anything you do in the house, any kind of duty, job, even if you're washing utensils and you're thinking of God, it's seva you're doing to God. Because nothing is yours in this world. Everything belongs to Him. But to come to that, you have to sit down, do your sadhana, do your jap, do all those things that are required. Now, what is jap also? You see, when we do jap, after the jap is over, we do arpan to God, right? Arpan means the japs that we have done, we give it back to God. We offer it back to God. Why does that happen? Why do we do arpan? See, it's very beautifully explained again by Ma. Okay, if there is a newborn baby in your house, there are lots of guests who come, your relatives that come to your house, and they give them dakshina, like presents or something. People give envelopes with money in it and give it to the child. And the parents never allow the child to touch that envelope with the money. Because the child doesn't know. He'll take the envelope, he'll chew on it, he'll tear it, he'll play with it. He doesn't know the value of this, that he's been getting money from all these people. So what do the parents do? They take the money and they start an FD account for the child in the bank, right? So, and they tell the bank people that we want this to grow when the child becomes 18, when it comes to maturity. That is the time we'll withdraw this money. That is exactly what God does. When you do arpan, He takes away all your jap, and when you are matured in your growth, in your evolution, He will return everything to you with a lot of interest. Do you understand how important it is to do arpan? And then don't think about it. Now people again, like I said, they say, Arey, whole day if we sit down and do jap and dhyan and all that, where is the time? We have so much work to do, and we have this bank work and we have this work and we have that work. I'll give you my own example. There was a day when I went with a checkbook to my mother and she had to write the amount and sign the check. So I wrote the amount and everything and I gave it to her. And I said, just sign this check, because against that check, I had issued another check to some company. Okay. So she said, yes, I will do it. And I had to go for puja to my mandir. So I told her, just sign this and give it to the maid. She'll go down and fill up the check, So she said, all right. I went to I forgot about the check and I forgot about what, I had told her all this. After a day, I was in my mandir, that issue was over for me, that work is done. I went to my mandir and I was sitting in jap and I'm doing my jap. And suddenly there is a voice that says in my ear, check the check. I said, what? When you're doing job, what is check the check? I said, what does this mean? And I'm thinking over there, I stopped the job and I said, what was that? And suddenly it dawned on me about this check that I had given my mother to sign. And I knew that there was a mistake. So I ran out. I told my mother, I'm just coming down. I'm going down. I'm just coming back. She said, Arey, but you were in your puja room. Where are you going? I said, I will talk to you later. Just let me go right now. And I ran down because the bank is in my building only. Okay, I stay in the same building. I ran down and I opened the door of the bank and they were about to bounce the check because I'd issued another check. And they were pinning it up with a note saying that, the check was that my mother had forgotten to sign the check. And they said there was nothing, no signature. How could we, pass the check that had come against that? I said, oh my God, wait. So they were asking me, how did you know that there was something? And we were about to send the check upstairs to your house, and saying that it's bounced. Their check has bounced. I said, no, nothing is bounced. Please remove your note. Just give me the check. And I'll have it signed and I'll bring it down. So they said, but how did you know? I said, no, I don't want to discuss anything. Just give me the check. I ran upstairs. I told my mother, you forgot to sign the check. She says, oh God, did I? I said, yeah, you didn't sign this check. Just sign it, So she quickly signed it and I ran down and I gave the check and I said, please pass that check of that company. And they said, yes, okay, we'll do it, that kind of thing. Now this is a very worldly thing. It's nothing to do with spirituality, right? But this is the kind of help you get when you are totally engrossed in sadhana. You don't have to worry because Ma knows your problems more than you do. Ma knew that I had goofed up. Ma knew that this was a problem and that I would have to face a lot of consequences on this. So there came the answer. So is it that your worldly things are not handled? They're handled better by Ma. They're not handled so well by you. At least I didn't handle it so well that time, did I? So think about it. Because यहाँ कुछ नहीं रखा है. The moment you enter sadhana, everything is fine. You have a body, you will be doing your duties. Nobody is telling you to quit anything. Nobody is saying leave your house and go away. But if you don't have faith in God, what support will you get? Who will support you? Nobody. I hope this makes sense to you. So that's all for now. Jai Ma. Om Bhavatapa Pranashinne Ananda Ghanamurtaye Jnana Bhakti Pradayine Matastubhyam Namo Namaha. Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma.